The new Bill No. 6 of 2023, which repeals and replaces the Combatting of Trafficking in Persons Act of 2005, was introduced by Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vindya Prasad, on April 24, 2023, and debated and passed on Wednesday.
The objective of this bill is to prescribe measures to combat trafficking in persons, including children. And it sets out a litany of criminal offenses with extraterritorial effect. And this extraterritorial effect facilitates partnership and cooperation between Guyana and other states to prevent and suppress trafficking in persons.
The minister highlighted that from 2020 to 2023, her ministry received 151 reports of trafficking in persons, and over that said period, the ministry identified 790 alleged victims. The new legislation will now see stringent measures which will bring more perpetrators to justice, and it also gives voice to the victims who would have lost much in their life through the process of being trafficked.
Trafficking in persons is an offense, first of all, and anyone who commits this offense is liable on summary conviction to imprisonment for 5 years. Conviction on indictment carries a penalty of life imprisonment. In both instances, restitution should be ordered by the court. And in all instances where there is restitution, property may be forfeited.
Where children are concerned, they must bring every interest of the child to the forefront.
The child's statement must be done in a protective environment. The child should be spoken to in a language that the child understands. The child should be taken into protective custody. The child should never be placed in a situation where it further exposes that child to any danger.
The minister added that restitution is the biggest intervention for someone who has been a trafficking in person victim. Restitution speaks to the compensation for loss or injury provided to the victims. Fifth intervention in the legislation emphatically signals to victims that their loss and suffering are not just noticed, but the perpetrator must offer redress.
Restitution shall compensate the victim for any of the following: cost of medical and psychological treatment, cost of physical and occupational therapy and rehabilitation, cost of necessary transportation, temporary housing, child care, or the movement of victim to a temporary safe residence.
The minister added that the legislation will now pave the way for every case to have restitution, which every victim should be assured of. Importantly, the absence of the victim shall not prejudice the victim's right to restitution nor immigration status or the return of the victim to their home country. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.